Good morning, thanks for tuning in again. Welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, patch 4.1, The Legend Returns. I am standing here where I left off in my last video, getting ready to continue. For what I am thinking this might be the dramatic conclusion of this story, but I'm not really sure. I looked through the patch notes, and I mean, it doesn't tell you exactly the names of the quests to keep from doing spoilers, but I feel like I've done a number of quests, and it seems like it sort of matches up with the number that is on the webpage, and also in the story-wise, it seems like we're about to go into some big meeting where we're going to have some dramatic confrontation or something. I don't know. I'm worried about Raubon's future. I don't know if he's going to die. I don't know if he's going to become king. If he does become king, what does that mean for Lise? Is she just get tossed aside? Is her whole thing of her whole character defining trait was, you know, growing into this leader, so it would be kind of undercutting her if Raubon suddenly became the new leader. So it makes perfect sense story-wise that Raubon's about to get bumped off. Although I don't know, he says he's going to go back to Ul'dah. I don't know. I guess we'll find out shortly. It is the next day for me. It is Wednesday morning, October 18th, 2017, as I record this. So, I guess let's just continue. Let's get rolling here. Let's see what Arnvald has to say. Turning the Kalyana away would have made a mockery of Lisa's promise to give everyone a say. She couldn't not let them in. That's right, we got these Kalyana coming to this meeting, so they're probably going to be troublemakers. Return of the Bull. Raubon seems unconvinced by the Kalyana's sincerity. Wow, is that Raubon and the Sultana? What's going on here? We're gonna get a dress-up Raubon as a reward. This has got to be the last quest of this patch. Raubon, this Kalyana elder's intentions seems at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Tia? Mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise? No, I think the enthralled cannot be trusted. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, it is said that once a creature has fallen under the sway of a primal, there is no salvation, and I strongly doubt the Kalyana have suddenly broken free of Lakshmi's will. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The god must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the science? Yeah, I think so. I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Alamigan Quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Tia. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Goodbye. It's dark again as I'm recording, as always. So where are we going? We're going back to the Alamigan Quarter. I tried to record earlier when it was almost daybreak in the game, but my dog and my cat were both accosting me relentlessly, so it was basically impossible to record. Alright, here we go. Ishtola's here, and Thancred. Tia, I've brought reinforcements. Arenvold told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Ishtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled, says Ishtola. I am not familiar with the Kaliana tribe myself, but Alizé's report suggested that they shunned contact with other races, despised it in fact, even compared to other Ananta, says Thancred. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, 'twould seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Ishtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Okay, and there is my coffee machine beeping on my recording. Understood. We should join General Aldin inside then. Chia, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let us pass. And there's my dog, coughing on the recording. She can't find a good place to sit in the sun. She keeps moving around. Okay. Alright, here we go. I hope this is voiced so I can mute the microphone. Because all kinds of terrible things are happening. What did it say? So we're going to the rear of this meeting? Is that what I heard? I'm super distracted as I'm recording this. Annafred, are you part of this? Living's hard enough as it is. Nope, you're not part of this. You are a nobody, Annafred. Oh, here we are. The Resistance Guard. If we could somehow come to an understanding with the Kaliana, it would represent a great step forward resolving the primal dilemma in Alamigo. I only hope they are sincere in their intentions. Don't count on it. The rear entrance to the palace is just up these stairs. The guard should wave us through. Ishtola. As fortune would have it, I was visiting Rauga's Reach to look in on Alizé. She sends her regards. That's right, she's probably still recovering from... I don't know what. She should be recovered by now. Thancred. Leave external security to us, Tia. I scouted around the palace quite extensively while I was searching for Kryl, so I know the lay of the land. Okay then. Whoops. Yeah, I talked to everybody. Alright, Resistance Guard, let us through. You're with the Science, miss? General Aldin left orders that you were to be escorted inside, if you'll follow me. Enter the Royal Palace, yes. Loading. Ooh, the angry mob. Or the one guy from the angry mob.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lys Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in?
Huh?
For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place?
Huh. No.
Or should someone else sit there?
No.
Then let's sit here in a circle. As equals. And I hope, as friends.
Well. They're literally sitting in a circle.
Expertly done. Lys has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game, and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
Well, there's still time for something bad to happen.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kaliana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
Uh-oh.
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gir Abania devote themselves to our faith.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi! Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
Oh, this is bad. Okay, fun time's over. She's back.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Oh, man. Gasp. Hey, how am I able to do that? This better not be another trial. Uh-oh.
God damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
Save us, Rauban.
No, you don't!
The Kaliana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvald to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I guess we have plenty of time to talk about this during this crisis.
Ah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick. Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
Oh, man. Oh, do we have to fight? Is this gonna be... Man, I just want to watch the story. I don't really want to fight anybody. Oh, okay, I guess we do have a duty to attend to here. Hey, there's Lakshmi way in the distance. This looks like a good screenshot. Alright, let's go. Let's go in here. Oh, there's everybody. Oh, let's talk to Rauban first.
Leave the underlings to me. You have a primal to fight.
Head outside to prepare? No. No. Oh, okay, so I guess I could leave if I wanted to. That's cool. That's a nice option to give us.
Bah, the spear will have to do.
Never in all my days! Damn the Kalyana!
I'll not fall here.
Do I fight, or... I came in peace, I leave in pieces! This is funny. I'm glad I'm talking to all these people.
Of all the places to die.
We must protect the envoys.
Bah, the spear will have to do.
Bout, save me. Who's Bout? What in the hells? Do you guys say anything over here? What about you?
It's, the goddess herself.
Okay, enough messing around. Wait, now I gotta see if Lakshmi will say anything. No, we can't get over to her. Oh well. Alright, Ehrenwald, it's up to us.
How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stay on the back foot forever.
I don't know what that was.
No, damn it. If I think like that, we've already lost. I have the Warrior of Light on my side. We can do this.
Isn't that right, Tia?
Yeah, we can do this.
Use the duty action Deflect to dissipate the Aether Spheres Lakshmi releases during the battle. Be warned that allowing an ally to be enthralled by an Aether Sphere will result in failure. Uh-oh. Duty commences. I guess that duty action is similar to the Lakshmi trial. Yep, there's... Oh, damn. Oh, man. So... Aether Sphere. Q. Ah! How does this work? Damn it. Oh my god, I have no idea how this works. There we go. Okay, I got it. So I use the special ability while blocking.
We must break through. Forget the primal and focus on the foe before you.
Wait, is he talking to me or to them? Oh, we got...
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
I'm so confused here. I don't... Ah! Look out! Look out, Ehrenwald! Dodge! Dodge! Oh man, there's a lot of them. Oh, I can get more than one at a time. Oh, so I guess if I let them get to the people back there, then it would be... They would turn into thralls. Oh my lord. I'm not sure I'm doing this right. I feel like I'm spending most of my time breaking up these spheres instead of actually fighting Lakshmi. Like, for example, I'm not doing anything to fight Lakshmi right now. If this is going to continue...
I shall free you from your hate!
Alright. Pour on the... No! What the... What the heck? What? Did I fail?
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Inappropriate music, man. Fordola!
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Well, that was a surprise. Lakshmi. I don't know why. So I guess Lise must have gone to get, do I cue this thing? Stack everybody, stack. Stack NPCs. I feel like, what the heck? Where did she?
Oh, cut us a path. Stand ready.
You cannot flee my radiance. You will all be my dreamers. Ah! Her presence.
It's overwhelming.
Relga, save us. We'll lock her down. The rest of you need to run. Quickly now, while the primal is... Lise? Escape. Internal... I can't run away from this.
Then we stand and fight together. Alphino, the envoys are in your care.
Surely you do not mean to. Very well, I shall see our guest to safety. They forsake eternal bliss. Hand of Grace. I'm really not sure what is going on here. Stack. Stack on Fordola, everybody. Why are you two staying? She has more than enough. Something. You need more than 3 to best a primal, and if we let you fall here, something. Can't read this dialogue fast enough. Pitiful, misguided children, lay down your weapons. Uh-oh. What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Active time maneuver. Oh, man. Ready, escape. Okay, I escaped. I'll save you guys from her thrall. This fight is weird, man. I don't know if I'm doing this right at all. I'm not doing hardly any DPS yet.
My thanks to you. I'll make sure my steel is worth the effort.
Again and again, you refuse my gift.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Oh god. Oh, get in the bubble. Fordola's rescuing us. Thanks, Fordola. Nice work, Fordola. Are you alright, though? Oh, she was down there for a second.
This is nothing.
It's one thing after another. We might have to fight as one. What does that mean? Ah! Wow, I just stood right in that. Whatever that was. Somebody heal me. Heals. Hand of Grace. Look out. Oh no, I got a stack on Fordola. Man, my team is doing better than I am. The NPCs are handling this better than me. It's funny how the NPCs know the boss mechanics better than I do. Okay, are we finally done with the dialogue? Can I finally concentrate on fighting now? I am really rusty at playing my character. I discovered that in the dungeon. Oh, I got a rose petal. Ah, get away from me, Fordola. I did it again. I got hit by the... Oh, whatever. I guess when I have that big rose, that's the person she targets. She's starting to weaken. Don't give up, says Lise. Divine denial. What in the... Her power is out of control. I'll shield us, but you'll have to finish her off. Okay, can do. Where did Fordola get all this? I'll not lose to the likes of you. I guess this is Fordola's echo power here. Hiya, says Arnvold. Man, I mean, it was literally... Kill her! You need to kill her now! Fordola's ether is... Oh my god.
Solace.
Duty complete. Wow. That was a weird fight.
We did it! We beat her!
All in a day's work. Oh.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
Wow.
Seven hells. It's her, the Butcher.
Oh, now she's having an echo. Oh, all the bad things she did.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
No. One small step on the road to redemption. Wow, we got a lot of people to talk to here. Ehrenwald.
That was unlike any battle I've ever seen. I'm not entirely sure how I survived it, to be honest.
Well, I think Fordola pretty much saved us all. Raban.
One wrong step, and I would have lost my will to that fiend for the rest of my days. 'Tis a sobering thought.
Lise is certainly living up to her own ideal. Not every commander would choose to enlist a former enemy's aid in battle. I think I shall make a habit of checking for primal influence before our meetings from now on, says Istola. Good idea. Thancred.
They disgrace all Ananta.
My thanks. I thought myself done for. No, nobody else.
We encountered our fair share of enthralled outside the palace. Enough to delay us from lending you a timely hand, I'm afraid,
says Thancred.
That was a right miss, eh? Saved by the Butcher, the bloody Butcher.
I was ill prepared for such a meeting. All right, Lise. You are becoming quite the diplomat, Lise. Well fought, Tia. Ehrenwald, that was a near thing.
Aye, I'll stand against the Kalliana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance.
Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be.
I should have... it's all my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass, we were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in the future.
Okay.
You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of Caliana keeping their weapons springs to mind.
A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lanki's... Sri Lanki's... I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Sri Lanki's influence. Thanks, Ishtola. We'd appreciate the help.
Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What was she even doing there?
I asked her to come.
Well, that explains it then.
It's sad, but Ragnfried was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people let go of their old grievances. To let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started.
I will see that you're not interrupted, Tia. You and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it.
Okay. Meanwhile, under the starry sky, out in the menagerie. It's Raubon.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Democracy!
It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
I'll just leave you to it then. Oh. The Sultana. The way Lalafells walk is so hilarious.
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Whoa.
But, Your Grace...
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Ul'dah? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Ul'dah.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Wow. Well, I guess that's it then. He's not dying, but he's not going back to Ul'dah. And he's staying in Alamigo, so what does that mean for Lys? Erenvold is of an age with Fordola, both of them born Alamigan. One never wanted his Garlean blood, and the other tried to become Garlean, but could never be. Similar, but opposite, which would go some way to explaining the tension between them. I went to see Fordola in her cell again. She did turn the tide of the battle. She did turn the tide of the battle, after all, and I thought it only right to thank her. But she wouldn't listen. Said she neither wanted nor needed my gratitude, and that I should go away. I don't know if I'll ever understand her. Anybody else? Resistance Guard, what do you have to say? Oh, the gate at the top of these stairs leads into the palace. Nay, I can't let you in without the proper say-so. Okay.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow.
Yeah, me too, actually.
No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
He was there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Huh.
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Beatrice, Alphino, 'twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
What?
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
So that's why he gave his sword. Or that's not why he did it, but... It makes sense now that Raubarn gave his sword to Pippin during Stormblood.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
Haha.
You may be getting on in years, Father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
What's up with this shadow creeping across this? A shadow creeps across the cutscene.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubarn.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
Yeah, I knew it.
Either you're more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Indeed. Well, actually, I mean, that was one possible outcome, I suppose. Oh my god, there's more? Alright. This is going to be a really long episode.
It seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision, overruled though it was.
I have asked enough of you, Tia. My only words for you now are those of gratitude. I must assume Father's responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside Uldar, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured, they will find Tizona's edge just as sharp in my hands. Lys must be overjoyed to know that General Alden is staying, though I suppose I shouldn't call him General anymore. Arenvold. Raubon is the veteran of 100 battlefields. Lys couldn't ask for a more reliable ally to have at her side. I know. I think it's about time I headed back to Ralga's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alize will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. Okay. I'd welcome the company. Tia, why don't you come along to the Reach as well, since you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Upon completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. Ah, okay. Cool. That's why they were so coy about who you talk to access that. The patch note says you could access the Royal Menagerie after completing a certain quest, but they kept it vague, I guess, so they didn't spoil the story. So yeah, I'm a little surprised that everything worked out with like a happy ending here. Usually they kill a lot of people off in these Final Fantasy games, or at least Final Fantasy XIV. So I guess we're going back to the conference table. And I assume that's where we will continue the story in 4.2 whenever that comes out. I am very curious to know how this dynamic between Raubon and Lys is going to work out, though. We brought freedom with this... let me say that again. Monago. We bought freedom with blood, that of our friends and our enemies. I'll be damned if we're going to give it all up again. I think you said that before. Well, here we are again, says Lys. Alize. Alphino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed, everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Nishtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears, says Monago. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time. But we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kaliana. You can say that again, says Lys. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kinds still are. Looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. You think? But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals only lead to more summonings. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Kaliana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the Resistance army? Out of interest, are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Pool of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller, independent groups. And when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Rauger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Rauban as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Alamigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Alamigo blooms. Smiles all around. That's it? That's the end of the quest. Return of the Bull. Quest complete. Ooh, now for some post-quest cutscenes. Who is this, then? That looks like Gosetsu.
I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for our new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man in a city of rich merchants.
Huh. Yotsuyu, these dango are delicious. Will you have one?
Huh? More sweetbreads? I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have.
Chomp. That's... what the heck?
Bah, 'tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know. But I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Come, Tsuyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea.
What the heck? I was waiting for her face to turn evil, but it never did. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Zenos put to the sword. Do you believe everything you read? I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests and boast loudly of taking his head regardless. Nay, Lord Zenos lives? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and, above all, accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains, then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. Wait, I just remembered somebody said something about somebody hanging around Xenos's grave. Did somebody dig him up? Oh, who's this? That's the Ascalon guy, I bet. He sounds mad. He looks mad. Clenching his fist. Achievement unlocked. More heroes. Alright, I guess we are done. Wow, this has been a really, really long episode, but I think I'm going to keep it all together because it's all one quest. So we learned Yotsuyu has apparently lost her memory, or she's playing some really long con. But she looked genuinely confused there. I think if she was playing Gesetsu, they would have shown her, you know, smirk or something when the camera was on her. But nope, she just looked surprised. She's got some sort of post-traumatic amnesia, I guess. I don't know what I think about that, but I think it's, I mean, it's an interesting story development. So this story, so Raoban returning to Alamigo as the general, I don't know what I think about that. I feel like that sort of undercuts Lys and Monago a bit. But I suppose Lys will continue as the civilian commander? And Raoban will just be the military commander? I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, if they're establishing a democracy, they do need to separate the civilian government from the military government. I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. I kind of thought the whole point of Lys being the protagonist of Stormblood was that she would rise up and learn to become a great leader. But it feels like they're undercutting that a little bit. I don't know. Maybe things will change in the future. We'll see. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video series. There wasn't much to it. Patch 4.1. It kind of ping-ponged all around, all over the place in the beginning, but I think it ended strong. That last quest, there was a lot of good dramatic moments in there. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Fordola yet. I don't know if she's going to redeem herself completely or what. Let's get out our dress-up Raoban minion to end this video. How do we find minions? I never know how to do this stuff. Minion guide. Oh, that's Gilgamesh. Where's Raoban? Raoban! I haven't finished my Yoki minions yet either. Where is dress-up Raoban? There he is. Haha. Awesome. Oh, he's wearing the same colors. Oh, I guess I'm wearing Alamigan colors. That's why this outfit that I got looks so drab. It's Alamigan colors. Alright, well, that's the end. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, or at least not been too appalled by it. Next up for Final Fantasy will probably be the 4.2 patch. I will work on going through this dungeon. Maybe I'll get some new gear. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I will not even play anymore until 4.2 comes out. Who knows what the future holds? But until then, thanks for watching again. I will see you guys later. Have a great day.